Okay, we don't need to see what's in the dump, so let's get rid of you. And let's see, we got some soccer ball, we got this, that, this. Alright, so still got the moped there. Moped. It's a Vespa. It's a scooter. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, ready for Illustrator hour? Let's see, I'm going to clean this up. Let's get rid of view. Let's get rid of the guides. Clear. Oh, one's locked. Alright, let's do this real quick. Unlock all layers. And get you out of here. Delete. Maybe. Delete. Oh, you're locked? Let's see. View. Guides. Unlock guides. Okay. There we go. See ya. Alright, so let's see. That's gone. Anything? Alright, so let's see where we're going to start now. I left off with the soccer ball. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lock others. Okay, let's see here. Okay, and let's make all this locked again. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start on some more stuff. So, let's start a new layer. And let's do the waxer today. Alright, so waxer. How many people know what a waxer is? I'm guessing you would think it was something you used to remove hair. But no. Anyone know? Probably not. Let's see, one black stroke. And go ahead and bring this over. And we're going to make a shape out of it. I'm sorry, we're going to reduce the shape on it. Because I'm doing a little foreshortening. Not flattening. Okay. I think that's doable. And maybe a bit of a nudge. No. Okay. Alright, and so now that I've got the shape, I'm going to go ahead and could go ahead and chop off some points and just connect it, or I can go ahead and align it first. So I want it flush bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do it the blend method. So we'll go ahead and do blend, make. Alright, and then we're going to go into blend, and we're going to mess with the options. We want to go steps, and I want to do 50 of them. And look at that, we've got a solid shape. And we'll go ahead and not sure if I have to expand. Let's see if it'll just let me make a shape. Nope, won't do it. Alright, so we have to go back to blend, object, blend, expand. So now it's all multiple shapes, 50 of them. And we'll go ahead and now do unite, and we got one shape here. Only problem is I should have done something first, and that is before I did the blend I should have copied this piece. Copy. Now we'll go ahead and do it again. Option, blend, make, and it'll remember from last time. And we'll go ahead and still didn't do this part though. Blend, option, nope, I just need to expand. And now we can unite. It's one shape, but what it did was it put a bunch of points in here. And usually for cleanup, you don't want a bunch of points. Let me take another look at this again. Okay, so I guess we'll keep this one in here because it kind of is part of this. And if you remove it, then you got to tweak it and everything else. It's not too important. So the easy way for me is just to select them all and delete them and then rejoin them. So just go ahead and select and delete, and then Control J, join. So look at how clean that is. And again, same method, select all the points, delete, and join. Okay, so now we've got that, and then we go ahead and paste this back in, Control Y, to get back to our regular view, and then go ahead and take this into here, select the point that you want to rotate, and rotate. Okay, so probably would have been better off just doing the shapes in the right places. Yep. So let's scratch this. Let's go undo. And I just want to go back to my two shapes. And we can still do the same method. Well, we can always tweak it after we do the blend. So let's go ahead and do options. It should remember our blend numbers, and then we can go ahead and take a look here. And it all depends on what angle you want to work with here. So if we want to go with this line, and again, this is another one where if you want to use a lot of horizontal lines and vertical lines, it's probably better just to set it up on one of those planes first. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this, Control X actually, and I'm going to go back to my other workspace here, other artboard, and this is the piece we're trying to work on. So, and it's really well, it was just a quick sketch, you can tell. So, what do we want to work with here? I'm going to work with the horizontal because it seems to be the most on point. So, drag that out. And we're going to rotate, but we still need to make sure the guides are locked. So, guides and lock guides. Okay. So now we can go ahead and unlock this one, which is all the way at the bottom, and I believe that's the copy. Yes, okay. So we'll just do a little minor tweaking. There we go, and lock that back down. And let's head back up here to the waxer layer. And we're going to go ahead and paste in what we've done so far. Put it in the right place. And we'll be able to go in here because we have the blends on, but we haven't expanded them yet. So we can select on this with the hollow point, with the direct select tool, is the correct terminology, and move it over to where we want that to go. And let's see what our horizontal line is going to look like here. Okay. Let's go ahead and use these points for vanishing points for 3 points. Let's see, it's going to be only 2 points, 2-point perspective. So we're going to have 2 lines that are vanishing lines. That sounds good. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to quick draw this. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and select the points. And come here. Okay, so where that touches, I'm going to leave it. And then where this touches, I'm going to leave that. Come on. And actually I should put the points dead on because I'm going to stretch out that center point until we have it aligned to these 2 points. So here's my vanishing line. Okay, that's pretty close right there. So it's going to be right about there. Okay, so this is going to be our point here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have to turn that into a guide. So what do we have? We've got that. And I'm going to go view, guides, and make a guide. And then it by default should be locked. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish this part. So again, we're going to go ahead and go in, go to objects, and blend, and expand. Alright, so we got all the shapes again, and we're going to go ahead and do it again. We're going to unite, and really all I have to clean up, I'm going to get rid of all this eventually. I just need to clean up these down here on the bottom. And again, select, get all those points. And I got in kind of close, so we'll go ahead and just delete those. Delete. And here we go. Get rid of those. And delete. And just make sure we select the whole image and Control J. Okay. So now you can actually see where those lines are going to go. And so let's go ahead and make some more 1-point perspective here. Lines. So where this line's going to go is down to the point. It should grab on, make another line, and it doesn't matter where this comes through, just as long as you know where that's going to go. So I'm breaking up here. Actually, I'll just keep them kind of close. It's easier to delete later, so I'm going to do it off of this point here. Okay, so those are my vanishing lines for the top part of this shape. So that's the diagonal. Okay, so I can go ahead and do the next one, which will be this point. So right now I need to determine, yeah, that's going to be the top of that. So it's going to go here. Okay, so I just need one more of these angles here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually I'll just go ahead and make this a guide too. And what's the shortcut? I don't use them a lot. Guides. So make a guide is Control 5. Okay, let's see if I can remember on the next line. Okay, so that's that. So this is going to be the straight up and down. That's the wheel. So I really should have had one here. So this is the first diagonal, and this goes down. But it only goes so far. So let me just quick do another one. So I want it in here to here, and the nice thing is I have snap-on, so it should be grabbing the actual point. So I'm going to do this for now, and then go ahead and grab this. Just make sure that lines up, and Control 5 again. Okay, so here we go. We've got some vanishing points. This will be the first, and then it'll go backwards, and I guess it's got to go back twice. And this will be the top line. Let's go ahead and try it out and see what happens. Okay, so I want this, and now I can use my horizontal and use the shift constraint. Go to there. Then I want a diagonal, so we're going to guesstimate there. And then it should be a straight line that goes up to here. Just follow that guide, something like this. And then again, the horizontal, I'm sorry, I'm saying horizontal, I'm meaning vertical. So again, hold the shift and make the vertical line. And then we can go ahead and select, select the whole thing and do a Control G for the G. Wow. Control J so I can join. And it looks like I didn't quite drag it down enough, so you can quick come in here and take a closer peek. Yep. It's not on the vanishing lines that I set up. So I'll hold the shift key, get it into place. And that's got the whole thing selected. So let's try this again. Just the point here. Stay on point. Okay. And that. So that's the angle. I'm going to want to put this in a little. Make sure it's back on the line. And I don't know, maybe one more. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, and from this angle, then there's really not going to be a top to this thing. Unless I do it at a different angle. Let's see, that sharp, would it work? So it would probably end here somewhere. Be very, very slight. Well, let's finish what we have here. Now, see, this is 1 point perspective, and I didn't think I was going to need 2, but I will. So, right now, I'm just going to finish off this front 2 pieces. So I'm going to select these 2 points, do a Control X, and And that leaves this still selected. So I do a Control J, then I paste in front again, and a Control J. So like 3 different commands, and I've got 2 different pieces. Works pretty quickly. It's something I would suggest using whenever you can. Alright, so now it's decide time. That's going to be kind of small. I do believe it was bigger than this. So I'm actually going to drag this up like this. Okay, get on point. Okay, because the 2 are so close, it wouldn't snap to because they were so close. So I'm just going to grab this one, put it here, and grab this one and put it here. Alright, so, alright, there's the top. Yeah, that's going to do it. That's going to do it. So, we do have another set of vanishing points here. So, I'm probably going to do something in between this handle and this handle. So I'm just going to start with some points. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go ahead and come in here, put that there, put that there, and then kind of use the handle as a reference point. Maybe in the bottom, something like this. Yeah, we'll call that good. And I'll probably need an in-between one to do the same thing for the handle. And I'm going to just go Control X because it gets it out of my way. Paste there, and then I want to do, sorry, I just did a paste. We want paste in front, Control F, and grab that, and we're going to go ahead and move this down so it makes us a handle, and something like a little bit wider. Let's try just a wee bit wider. So let's see, how much space did it take there? Okay, so that's just the handle. Okay, good. Alright, so we'll go ahead and while it's selected, do Control 5 to make a guide, paste in front, and then Control 5 again. And here we go. Alright, so now we just need this shape. So one thing you can do is this. I don't want to redraw this, so I'm going to select that line and shift and select that line, do a copy. I'm going to select everything else and do a Control 3 and paste in front. Then I'm going to join this, Control J, and then we've got that shape. And then we can just take this and use that as the point to work off of. Go to our point here, and it should follow the grid or the guides that we've set up. But if you wanted to, you could hold down this constrain. But I think I'm gonna just go ahead and go with the guides. Okay, so that looks good. So we've got that piece, and just to make sure we didn't lose the rest, there we go. Control Alt 3, so it's back. And we just have our handle to work on. Alright, so grab this, just follow our guide down to where we want it to be. We'll call it that. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a shift to get it in or near the right place. And back here to try to snap it to the guide. And then I'll go ahead and grab this point and just drag it to the guide. Okay, so here's the handle. Now, The vanishing line is up, so if you want to see the vanishing line, you would just go ahead and grab your horizontal line and actually your rule, but you need to have these 2 points selected. That one's actually low, so it's not actually a horizontal line. It's an angular horizontal line. And here's what I mean. These 2 points should be on the same horizontal line. So if you drag this down, I should have stopped it where those 2 lines meet. So how important is that? Well, I don't want to have to change it. So what I'll do instead, go away, is I'll make a horizontal line that isn't horizontal. Or a horizon line that isn't horizontal, at least not totally horizontal. So I'll go from this point to this point and do a Control 5. Okay. Which actually, look, it makes sense because of where the wheel is. Oh, and did I forget my circle? Yeah, I lost my circle somewhere. Drag. I'm going to have to redraw that. Oh well. Let's see, do I have it in front anymore? Paste in front. Nah, it's gone. Alright, so one foobar. Forgot the circle. So I can just put it over the top here, so I'm going to actually have to draw it back in. I hate when I do that. Okay, so what do we got going here? So this is actually above the horizontal line. So there should be something that comes off of here and here that has a bottom. So you should be able to see the bottom because of the way these horizontal lines are set up. So let's see about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw another horizontal line. A horizon line. And okay, so it's there. So what you do then is keep both and copy. Alright, and so you go ahead and drag this up to the bottom left corner here and see how much is going to be showing. And I'm going to leave it, oh, I just wanted the point. Okay. So by grabbing this and going to here, what you should do is move it up and see there should be a backside to this. And it's very slight, but it should be there. And it's so slight. Well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and make it a dark color. So it'll be a shape rather than an actual outlined image. Yeah. Okay. So we'll leave that as is, but so where this point goes, we have to estimate where this back line is so that there's a break there, so then it can go in the opposite direction like this. So it all depends on how far this should go. And so what you would do is this and this would be your points. So it should be right here, right off of this. Is that right? Actually, I should draw, it would be drawing a line from here in and from here back, and that gives you your point, and that's where the break is. I haven't done this kind of stuff in a while. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to leave that where it is. I'm going to go ahead and create another one from here, and that goes here. Alright, gives me the back side. And then from here, it goes goes to here. Alright, so where those intersect, right here, is where this should break. So I'm going to go ahead and put another guide in here, so it goes right here. So that's the breaking point for this underside. I'm just going to put a point there. No, I just want a point. Okay, select, and a point. And then, from there, this will pull up until it hits this corner. Alright, and that will go like... Nope, that's the actual guide that I used. I'm going to... No, I don't need that. Is that done? Yes. I'm going to delete it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's why I didn't want to delete it. Okay, that's alright though, because I'm just going to draw this right up to there. So, let's go back in and click make a point. So there, and that goes to there. And we'll go ahead and cut this. So we'll put a point in, and then just go ahead and delete this portion. Delete. No, I just want, okay, just the one. I think that leaves a straight point out there, though. I hate that. Okay, so that should be the bottom. Not that anything's going to be seen. It's just going to be this little sliver here and here, at least on this part, because this should be filled white. Nope, not stroke. I want the fill to be white. Okay, let's be rude. Okay, so back over here, I want to fill black. Oh, my mouth ever worked right? Okay, so there's the fill white. Okay, so this is going to go Control X, paste them back. So see, it's just like a thin wedge here. But let's be accurate. And then when I put the circle back in, let's quick do that while I'm thinking about it. And this should be close to the center point. It's trying to find it for me. So hold it down, shift, and hit it to the guide. Pretty close. And I almost wonder, this should probably come out here a little bit more. This whole thing should shift over. There should be more overhang here, even though it should be thin off here, but it should be in this area. And this should come in because it looks like about this much needs to move to the other side. If I do that, then I have to rework all these points, so it might be easier just to move the wheel over. So let's do that. Alright, so let's go do a nudge, nudge, nudge. There you go. Less space here, more here, just a little. But it should also be back. Should actually kind of fall in the center-ish here, but then over a little. See, I love 3D drawing. Okay, so let's try this. Nope, I'm just gonna leave it. Go back. Call it good. Okay, let's try and let me just see what it's going to look like if I do a fill. So anal. Okay, let's see here. Fill. Okay, so I need to go fill white. And I need a fill white. And I need this. Control X, Control B. X, X, Control B. There we go. So now I can actually fiddle with it a little. Let's try it one back. Nope, you don't want... tangent lines. So let's see. What do you think? What do you think? I think I'm going to leave that. Alright, delete. Alright. And maybe I'll get rid of some of this by cheating a little. Do this. And this. And give it... yeah. Yep, I like it. Keeping it like that. Okay, so we still have a little section here that we need to do. So this corner, we have to do the same thing that we did here to get this underneath. So again, we need to go from our point here to, actually the point here, back over to here. So let's just start here. Okay, there to there. Okay. And from here, almost quit. Okay, from here, we'll just do over here, and then figure out how wide we want this handle to be. I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. We don't want it too big. We don't want any tangent lines. So we want it above the corner a little bit. Yep. And if we go too far up, then it's going to look like it's squashing here. I'll have to move that up. So I'm going to say that looks good. 1, 2, okay. And we're going to go ahead and make guides for that to get them out of the way, and then just redraw the shape. So Control 5 and get in here a little closer. So we want this here, this point here, and this point here, and this point here, this point here, and this point here, and then we'll just go ahead and fill that black. Not the whole thing. Let's see, what does that look like? Okay, let's undo. I've got something connected somewhere. But right now, I'm going to just wait because I think I've got everything I need. But that handle is way too long, so let me do some tweaking here. How close do I want this to be? I think it's going to be, yeah, this is the eyeballing again. This is a long handle. I think that's good though. We'll call that good. Okay, so view, guides, and clear. Okay, so here we go. Here's our little hand waxer. And let me see here. Let's see what's connected to what here. Okay, it looks like it went outside edge. Let's see here. I want you to go away for a little bit. Control 3. There's that point I talked about earlier. See ya. And then we've got this again. Alright, so where are we connected? Well, let's do this. I'm going to need this shape. And I'll need this again for the other shape. So let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And shift and click this and this. Okay, so that's the shape I'm going to want for the handle. And I'm just going to go Control X. And then Control F. And then I'm going to go ahead and select this. And this. And go Control X. And then paste in front. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to do a Control J. No. Just this point. This thing, it was J. Okay, so you paste in front for that extra line. And I'm going to go ahead and erase it, this point. And try to do it again. Let me select you, please. No, I don't want to make a... Well, I really hate when I do that. So let me just do this. Delete. Oh, there you go. That was fun. Delete. Okay. Hopefully I have 3 separate lines now. Let's try this. Yep. And this. Okay. I can work with that. Okay, so I'm going to select these. Do a Control X. Oh, maybe not. Let's hold down the Alt key, and the Alt key, and the Alt key. And Control X. And right now I'm not too worried about you, so delete. And paste back in front. So I've just got the 3 lines now. And this is the most important one because it has to be used twice. So let me go ahead and select. And let's see if I can get the whole thing. Okay. And Control X. Okay. Paste in front again. So now it should be all separate lines. Control J. No. Why not? Let's go there and there. Control J. Well, I still got something wrong. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and hide this. Paste in front. And let's see if we can get this shape done. Alright, Control J. Oh boy. There's something in there that just won't cooperate. Let's try this. Wow. 2 open points. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's get everything back. Except for you guys. You gotta go away for a while. Again. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay. That's 1 line. That's 1 line. I'm going to do a Control X. That's 1 line. And this one is 1 line. So I don't know what's going on. Let's see here. Control J. No. You must select 2 points. Yeah. If they are not the same path. They cannot be text paths or inside guides. And if both of them are grouped, okay, so maybe there's a group on here. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's select the whole thing, object. Nope, it's asking for a group. It doesn't let me ungroup, so it's not a group. If I expand, it's going to expand the stroke, and I don't want that. Let's see. Nope. Nope. I don't know how they're joined together. And when you select them, well, let's just select them all, see if it gives me an ungroup. Object, no, does not do that. Expand will be the stroke. Okay, let's see. And that's just 1 now. Okay, let's go ahead and try this again. Control X. Let's do it like this, see if it'll happen. Control J. Ho ho ho! Okay, so that's all part of one. Okay, so that's one. And so I will need this one, but first I have to paste what I have in front. Select this one. Maybe because of this point. I bet that's it. Join. Nope. And let me just go. Okay, it's not selecting this, it's selecting this. Okay, let's see what happens here. What we do is Control X again. I'm going to go ahead and hide this. Paste in front. Control 3. And let's see what we've got. Okay, so we just have the line there. Okay, so what next? Let's do this. Control X. And paste in front. And let's start deleting some things. We'll get rid of this corner. This point. And try to join these two. Well, looks like they're not very close. So I've got a mix up there. So let's just, okay. Let's just do this. Control, nope. And let's try this again. Control J, nope. And let's try this. Grabbing these 2 points, and let me get rid of some space here. Control 3, back in here. Control J. It just doesn't like that part. And there. Okay. Whatever shall we do? Let's see. Alright, I don't need that back yet. Paste in front. Okay, so far we've got this, which is a good point here. So, alright. You ever see when or notice when I'm thinking, the voice goes down. Alright, let's see here. Put that in. Let's get that out of the way. All 3. So we got this again. Let's see if we can backwards this. Let's see. Okay, I just want you. I just want this point. Oh, it's just trying to get rid of it. I just want to connect, man. I just want to be your friend. It's trying to get rid of the point. What does this give us then? Okay, let's do shift. Okay, so now I've got the bottom line. And let's get rid of the fill. See what we've got. Okay, so now, let go. We've got that shape, and let's go ahead and try to make a shape out of this. Okay. Nope. Okay. Hide out. Let's see what we've got. Oh, okay. Up here. Let's just do this and this. Oh, interesting. Come back here. Let's see. Well, let me join. Okay. So, me see what happens here. Oh, interesting. So it looks like we have multiple points over here. Let's do an undo. So let's see here. Okay, so we've got this. What does that look like? Okay, let's do join. Why is it selecting this point? Okay, let's see. We must have 2 points here. Control Y. Now, am I too close that I can't see them? Okay, so let's try this. And go delete. And let's just select this part. And 3. And let's see what's left. Nothing. Alright. What do we have? Alright, I heard a noise. Let's see what we've got cooking here. Sorry, none of the channels you follow are live. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay, I can live with that. Let's see, can I see if I see myself? I don't know, I'm gonna get this figured out one of these days. Active. Oh, and how we doing? Okay. I think we're almost up on our hour, and I'm still playing with this stupid shape. Let me finish this before we move along. Okay, let's hide this out again. We do have the outside shape. Yeah, we want to get rid of that. Well, can we do it that way? No, because that's the bottom and the top. Might end up being easier just doing something else. Does that leave anything? It does. Okay, so this is the line we have. Oh, duh. Let's just use the object tool. Let's see what happens here. Copy. We're going to go Y, and we're going to go ahead and get the shape tool. Oh, no, it doesn't recognize it because it's probably because it's a line. All 3. So we've got the outside, and it's not letting us make an inside. So let's see if we can do that. See, it keeps wanting to subtract that. Will let me do something here. So let's go Shift. And where are you? Give me that line. Shift. And then I'm going to select all of this. Oh, see, it's doing that point thing again. That's weird that it did that. There must have been like a thin shape that was going back and forth here. And what happens if I do this? Delete and join. You gonna let me join? Come on, I'm a joiner. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so I've got another point in here. Didn't let me. Make sure we've got it all selected. I'm going to be kind. There we go. That's what I wanted. And move this over. Okay, and let's go 3. And so we're going to do Y. Okay, so look at that gap there. So grab this point and match it there. And grab this point and match it there. And I think that's what we ended up with. This was a shape right like that. And this was after I got rid of all my guides. Because I thought it was going to be easy. So I'm just going to fudge it. Oh, that's not the point I want. That's not the point. And nope. Okay. I'm going to... Oh, you're not being nice to me. Okay, X, delete, paste in front, and I'm just going to quiet. There should be just a thin layer here. Do I want to go all the way back so I can do this handle over? I could redraw the vanishing line from a couple of points. When I start doing technical stuff, then I'm usually more fussy. If I was just drawing this, then I wouldn't worry too much about it, but I wanted to have a recognizable and understandable architectural look, just so that we have the right feel for it. I don't want that. So I'm just going to finish it up this way. I'll probably end up bending it a bunch with the warp tool, but I like to have all the points in the right place first before I start destroying it. So, alright, so we got the 2 points here. Let's line them up and get my guides back. So again, this is how you do your vanishing points. You find the 2 points that are using that vanishing point and then keep pulling back until they line up. So, so at this point I've gone too high here. So if you go ahead and line it up there, it should be in this general vicinity, but that's off too. So I need to... correct also. So here's a way to do that. Go ahead and take your shape here and add a point, and then once you have that point, then go ahead and drag it into position, but I didn't want all of it, I just want this one point. Okay, move it up a little. Alright, that's your vanishing point again. How close are we? Nope. Need to pull it up a little bit more. And take another look. That's pretty decent. It doesn't have to be 100%. Alright, so I've got another point again. I'm going to go ahead and join the pieces. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the divide. Will it let me? Will you divide? Huh. Those are 2 separate lines and I didn't join them? I thought I did. Joining. Alright, let's just... I can still make a guide out of that. Control 5. Control Y. Okay, so I've got guides again. And they should be locked because that was the way the settings were before. And then come in and go off this point to get my shape started. So back from this point to up where this would go, but I want to go past and grab this point again. Come here, and see where we are. Okay, pretty close. And so it's going to go like that. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a guide. Let's see. Nope, that's a line right now, right? Right. Yep, okay. So I want to keep that line, and I want to go ahead and make a shape out of it. And you can see, because I left the fill on, I did that. And then we're going to go ahead and use the shape builder tool this time. And see if I can make this work. I need both of these selected. And yeah, so we want to get rid of that part. There we go. Well, that was almost sparable. Okay, so there we go. That's a hand waxer. And what it was used for, instead of using glue or something else, when you actually had paper, you would, this photomechanical transfer stuff that I mentioned earlier is actually made out of, it was like a plastic, and so the glue wouldn't hold for very long. So what you would use is hot wax to actually put it down. It also was pliable enough so that you could move it into place and nudge it a little bit before you actually took a burnisher and rubbed it down. So that was the way we did it before you had a computer to go in and nudge this sort of stuff over like I've been doing. So it was the analog way of doing layout. So there you go. And that's about an hour. So this has been Illustrator Hour with Scott. And so we'll go ahead and see you in the next hour. Have fun. Keep illustratoring.